Okay guys, in a previous session we covered how to make a prediction of different phrases captured from different books. In this session we are going to cover how to use Pico to dump the model and the vectorizer to the disk, then load back the model and the vectorizer to from the disk to the Jupyter notebook. So I remember when I was doing my final year project, which was face recognition and detection, we created the recognition model by using Hackers Cascade. It was amazing experience how we used the Raspberry Pi OpenCV to create the project. So this is all about machine learning. I don't know how lucky do you feel about when you know machine learning. So this is so exciting. I feel proud. So making prediction from real PDF books. Okay, so now the project is becoming bigger and bigger as time goes on. In the previous minutes we used it to make the prediction of text. Okay, but as long as we go on, we are going to make the prediction of books after extracting text from PDF by using PDF2, which is Python library for dealing with PDF documents, especially full text PDF and not scanned. When it comes to scanned PDF, OSR must comes in the picture. Okay, so here can add a cell above making prediction, the heart of machine learning, making prediction of books based on a short phrase quoted from the book. Let me set the cell type as markdown. All right, then let me run the cell. So I want to dump the model to the disk before we make the prediction of books. Okay, and I will use Pico to dump the model and the vectorizer to the disk. Then after we'll load the vectorizer and we'll load the model and make a prediction. So this cell should be dumping and loading the model and the vectorizer and disk. The cell type should be markdown. All right, run the cell. Here we go. So okay, so let me import Pico. As I told you that I'm going to use Pico to dump the model to the disk and load it back. All right, so import Pico. Okay, then after I can say save. Okay, comment save the model to the disk. Okay, we start by saving the model, then we will save the vectorizer to the disk. Oh, let me start by saving the vectorizer. So vec file, this is the file name for vectorizer we want to dump in the disk. All right, the name is vectorizer.pcore. Then after Pico we use the dump function, dump method in class Pico to dump the vectorizer in the disk. So bracket model, comma, open, then a bracket, I pass in the name, or not, this should not be model, it should be county vectorizer. Okay, county vectorizer, comma, open, then in the bracket vec file. Once I run the cell, this should be right binary. to the disk LB. Once I run this cell, we should be able, okay, you can see we have successfully dumped the vectorizer to the disk. So after dumping the vectorizer to the disk, let me add the cell below, and I put comment. This should be save the model. Okay, in the previous cell we dumped the vectorizer in the disk, and in this model, we are in this cell, we are going to dump the model, the classification model to the disk. So mod file, mod underscore file, this is the file name for the model to be dumped in the disk, is classification.model. Okay, then pico dot dump bracket model, open, then I pass in the file name of model, which is mod underscore file comma rb read binary file. Okay, you can see okay, no such file, right? Because I'm trying out to, oh, I'm still dumping. Okay, so should be model. Yes, sure, perfect. Okay, let me try out to run the cell once again. All right, we have successfully dumped the model to the disk by using pico. Okay, let me add the cell. So after dumping the model and the vectorizer to the disk, let us load the model and the vectorizer, okay, on Jupyter Notebook and make it the prediction of little books. Okay, we don't want no more to make a prediction of text or phrases from books. We want to make the prediction of real books. So here I put the comment loading vectorizer from disk, then loaded underscore vectorizer is equal to pico dot load bracket open. Okay, then the name of vectorizer, which is vectorizer.pico. Once I run the cell, read the binary file. Okay, after that, let me put comment and write loading the model. Loading the model. Okay, so loaded model is equal to pico dot load bracket open bracket single quote classification dot model comma read binary file from the disk. Alright, I hope everything is right in the cell. So once we run the cell, we'll have successfully loaded the model and the vectorizer perpendicular from the disk. So let me insert the cell below. So this is an end of our session where we have covered the use of pico to dump and load the vectorizer and the model to the disk and on Jupyter Notebook. In the next session, we will cover how to use PyPDF tool for extracting text from PDF and making prediction of books based on text extracted from the PDF books.